Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. It is the 1st of March and hence time to cover February's fashion news. In today's video, Hermès has finally responded to the Walmart Birkin, and rumor has it that the Row Margaux bag is being discontinued. We have plenty to go through, so let's dive right into it. So to start off with, this period of the year is full swing when it comes to fashion weeks, and February definitely had some good ones with New York Fashion Week, London Fashion Week and Milan Fashion Week to close off the month. There's a couple of shows I want to highlight. So first of all, Veronica Leoni's debut as creative director for the Calvin Klein collection was a major highlight, marking the brand's return to New York Fashion Week. The collection, inspired by American Beauty, blended timeless minimalism with modern elegance. With Calvin Klein himself in the front row, Leoni presented a streamlined collection of sharp tailoring and draped jersey, offering a modern 24/7 wardrobe. And personally, I am not big on Calvin Klein, but with relatively so few female creative directors in fashion, trust me that I am rooting for this woman. You go, Veronica. Then Coach's Fall/Winter 2025 collection set a downtown cool meets uptown edge vibe. Stuart Vevers, Coach's creative director, crafted a melodic narrative, blending rich texture, statement outerwear and effortless tailoring. Vevers also demonstrated a commitment to sustainability by utilizing pre-worn and reworked leather and vintage embellished flapper dresses. What I noticed personally is that there didn't seem to be as much hype around the Coach runway bags as last time when they introduced the Empire bag, but there were definitely some cool bags on the runway, like this sort of dinosaur or teddy bag with the kiss lock closure. Perhaps not the most wearable thing, but definitely a cool item. Then there were also several notable red carpet events this month, namely the Grammys, the BAFTAs and the Critics' Choice Award. Although there were definitely some things that didn't work out as well fashion-wise, with, for example, Bianca Censori, Kanye's wife, not really wearing anything at all. Let me be a cheerleader and point out some of the outfits I personally appreciated. So starting off with the BAFTAs, we had Demi Moore in Alexander McQueen. This was just my favorite outfit out of all of them. I think this thing is just a piece of art. Then secondly, Pamela Anderson in Jacquemus. Granted, the dress is perhaps not as special. I have to say, she just looks absolutely stunning. So for the Grammys, I want to point out Lady Gaga wearing Samuel Lewis. This dramatic appearance is so in line with her new album, I think, that I could really appreciate it. Then there was Taylor Swift wearing Vivienne Westwood. I think this dress was just very her, but at the same time also a bit edgy with the thigh chain that she was wearing with the tiny T on it. And then to close off with the Critics' Choice Awards, there was Cynthia Erivo wearing Armani. She looks so fierce and so powerful. I absolutely love it. And Coleman Domingo wearing Hugo Boss. I suppose that when you heard that Mocha Mousse was Pantone's color of the year, he just had to run with it, but it does work very well if you ask me. So let's move on to some interesting drops, brand news and collaborations that surfaced this month. I can't help but to start off with the awesome new Coach outlet denim drop. We have some beautiful jacquard options this season, and as these are outlet bags, we're fortunately looking at somewhat of a more affordable price range, at least if you are in the United States. As per usual, these bags are a lot more expensive in other regions, like where I live in Europe, and I think that per usual I will be hopelessly behind on the trend, but I will link some videos of fellow creators down below who have purchased from this beautiful collection. So ladies, I hope you're enjoying your bags. I am totally not jealous. No, not one bit. Okay, then L'Oreal and Jacquemus announced a long-term exclusive beauty partnership, with L'Oreal actually also making a minority investment in the fashion label. This collaboration will extend Jacquemus into the beauty sector, leveraging its established aesthetic. Simon Porte Jacquemus, the president and creative director of the brand, expressed his excitement about bringing his vision for perfume and Beauty to Life with L'Oreal. And I'm personally quite curious about this upcoming enrichment of the Jacquemus assortment. I am imagining that Jacquemus will smell pretty good. Then Nike and Kim Kardashian's Skims are teaming up for a lifestyle-leaning womenswear line encompassing clothing, accessories, and sneakers. Nike Skims, as it's going to be called, aims to shake up things for the next generation of athletes and is a dedicated entry into the athleisure industry. The line is rooted in the idea that if you have a body, you are an athlete. So as long as they keep their items comfortable, which is not per se an association I have with shapewear, I think it could definitely work, as I think as women we love to feel supported while we are working out. Then in less positive news, Shopify shut down Kanye West's Yeezy website due to violations of their terms of service. The website was selling anti-Semitic merchandise, and due to YouTube regulations, I will not be showing these items to you in the video, but I imagine that you can make a picture of what symbol was printed very big on those t-shirts. So this website was drawing quite some visitors after the Super Bowl ad that Kanye aired, and although it may seem pretty obvious why the site was taken down, Shopify has actually remained pretty vague about it because they took the whole site down, which they might not actually have probable cause for when it was just a few items causing issues. But to add insult to injury, copycat producers have already jumped on the product, displaying the item on Photoshopped or AI generated models. I'm not really quite sure, but these were models of very diverse ethnical backgrounds. So it was pretty painful to see. So moving on to something more lighthearted, another intriguing thing that I saw was the release of the Bottega Veneta Ciao Ciao bag. It's been described as a practical bag with multiple compartments, and it can be carried also in multiple ways. It's the latest addition to the Andiamo family. Why it drew my attention is because to me it looks like the Balenciaga rodeo bag, but let me know what you think in the comments. In any case, it definitely felt inspired, but in that way I wouldn't be surprised if they really bring it home with this one. I feel like quite a lot of people were feeling the rodeo bag, or at least the whole aesthetic of the bag, but were not willing to drop the dollar at Balenciaga. So Bottega might just be offering the perfect alternative here with a, to me, fairly similar style. And I would imagine that with a fairly similar price tag, we're also looking at a fairly similar quality. Now, let's talk about some emerging trends and cultural influences in the fashion world. So I definitely had to touch upon the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar was spotted at his halftime show reclaiming the flared mom jeans. And overall, we'd have to say that his more moderate and grungier take on the flares was definitely well received, with many praising his style. I think he's basically getting us millennials all excited for flared pants again. And I am not sure if that was on purpose, but I certainly approve of it. Then there's been some buzz about the Row Margaux bag. Rumors are swirling around that it may be discontinued after a short from this creator. So the Row itself has not confirmed nor denied the rumor, at least at the point of filming. Personally, I would find it hard to believe that they would discontinue it. The bag has been coined as the new Birkin, and although I think that is a bit of a stretch, they are certainly well loved by many. I don't see a good reason why it would be discontinued, but this influencer seems to be pretty sure of her case. Then a new trend dubbed MAGA makeup has emerged on TikTok. The trend has sparked debate, with some finding it humorous and others considering it sort of petty or bullying. I'm not really big on these aesthetic or makeup trends in general, as they frequently seem to promote stereotypes of a look representing who a person is on the inside too. But I do have to give it that at least usually these aesthetics or looks are beautifully executed, and you are going to look stunning whether you're going for the clean girl or the mob wife aesthetic. In this case, however, the whole point is to sort of look bad and poke fun at how people do their makeup, and I am not loving it. Finally, let's touch on some shifts happening in the luxury market. So starting off with Chinese luxury spending, wealthy Chinese shoppers who have been a driving force behind luxury for years are adopting a new mentality impacting luxury brands like LVMH and Kering. And due to economic slowdown and changing preferences, consumers are shifting towards more practical investments rather than flashy luxury goods. Gucci has been in the news particularly when it comes to revenue slowing down, because they've been facing sales struggles, and that actually contributed to the departure of their creative director Sabato De Sarno last month. So their sales slumped in 2024, reflecting the challenges faced by many luxury brands in a changing market, and De Sarno unfortunately didn't manage to turn things around. So they will be looking for another creative director. And then finally, Hermès opened its mouth about the whole Birkin situation. CEO Axel Dumas addressed the viral Walmart Birkin bags at Hermès' latest investor earnings call, expressing his annoyance at the copycat producers, but also acknowledging the compliment inherent to people desiring a Birkin. He said, and I quote, "It's difficult to know what exactly to think about it, apart from the fact that it irritated me, it annoyed me. Making a copy like this is quite detestable. It's stealing the creative ideas of others." At the same time, he acknowledged the ambiguity surrounding many copycat products. People know the difference in quality. No one thinks that they are getting a real Hermès bags, so in a way he also finds that it is a compliment. Although this is definitely the most interesting thing I have ever heard at an earnings call, I'm still bursting with curiosity. Will Hermès sue Walmart, yes or no? The story continues. That is a wrap on fashion news for February 2025. Let me know in the comments what stood out to you the most, and if there was anything that I missed. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fashion content. I would much appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one, and as we say in Dutch, doei!